everybody, welcome back. I have some huge news. In fact, I have 4 huge pieces of news, any one of which would make my day, make my week. I'm literally struggling to keep up with this. So let's walk and talk about exactly what is going on right now. First of all, I have a new car. Did I need a new car? Should I finish some other cars? Probably, to both questions. This is a one owner, full service history Golf variant, special ordered by the owner. I have the booklets, I have the invoice in the dealership. There's gonna be a lot more videos on this, but let's keep walking and talking, because the next very exciting thing, again, that would make my week normally, I have a brand new in-box Volkswagen Trek Edition bicycle. Literally saved by a parts manager 25 years ago, never ridden, never assembled. It's even my size. That on its own would make my day. So what could be the third thing that could possibly top either of those two? Well, I'm standing here in Connecticut at the home of FCP Euro. So soak that in for a moment, shall we? This is where the company was founded. This is where they operate and are expanding to this very day. And that means new parts, new partnership. Yes, my projects will be going faster, not in terms of just driving on the road, but actually driving, because this will help me complete my projects. So I cannot be more excited to announce that in 2021, yes, my official part supplier will be FCP Euro, which I hope makes you very excited as well, because Swallowtail, Harlequins, R32, all of these cars can now get to the front burner with fresh parts. And do you hear cars in the background? Yes, because the parking lot is filled with modified cars. I have talked to so many people here that work. That's a BMW E34 5 Series. I hope I got those numbers wrong, because you know I'm a Volkswagen person. What that goes to show is just how enthusiastic the people are that work here, and I could not be more enthusiastic for this. Let's move on, because yeah, there's a Mark 8 behind me. It's a German market in the USA, Mark 8. Yes, I've seen it on the internet. Yes, if there wasn't COVID, perhaps I would have been able to borrow one, rent one, drive one in Germany, but there is, so this is the first in-person chance I'm getting to see it. And as a bonus, I said 4 things, and really there was no order, because new parts, new partnership, FCP Euro is absolutely probably the most exciting by far, but you know I love my bicycles and my Mark 3s. This is also pretty huge, because not only is there the Mark 8, there is an Audi S3 Sportback as well. So we are all getting this opportunity. Again, this car is available in Europe. You can go buy one there, but with COVID, we are stuck here. So to have this opportunity to explore, to feel, to actually look at the body lines in person, I can't wait. So that's a heck of an intro. I hope I've expressed my genuine excitement for every single part of this. Now let's go take a look at the fresh Mark 8 Golf GTI. There's some pretty good goodies in here, because yes, FCP Euro owns 2 TCR cars, and not just that, they competed in them properly and took first and second in the championship. Big round of applause. Really, TCR being in America and the Volkswagens winning them is like a dream for me, because these cars are super, super, super cool, and they literally won it all. Now, they are also for sale, because yes, the Mark 8 is coming. There's some other things. So if you would like to buy one or both, I don't know, visit fcpeuro.com and just put it into your basket. I assume it's on there. You just check out, put your credit card details in, maybe PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay for 2 TCRs. That's got to be a thing, right? I could play and look and dream about these things all day long, but there's an Audi S3 here. Forbidden fruit, Audi S3 hatchback, which is kind of very much like a more expensive Golf R. And it is beautiful. The fit and finish, the gloss black on the front bumper, everything is just to die for. The diamond stitching, everything about, I mean, look at the shape of this door pull. It is phenomenal, but it's not going to be sold here. This one is here temporarily. It is straight off of a German forecourt. Wait, Americans don't say forecourt. Showroom. It is straight off of a German showroom with German plates. It's here temporarily for development, and then it will go back to Germany, where it must live, because it simply cannot exist here. It's really nice to see it. And it does confirm that for the American market, the trunk probably is too small. It has auto opening trunk, very snazzy, and then a GTI sized trunk, or boot if we are being international. It looks super, super cool. It really, really does. Again, the black gloss finish, everything about it is just really nice. Sitting next to the GTI, it looks like it costs 30%, 40% more. that's not to say the GTI is not exciting. Let's spin around and very quickly take a look at this. There is a proper big video with proper lighting and proper multi-camera angles on FCP Euro's YouTube. So go watch that for my proper comparison between the Mark 7.5 and the Mark 8. You know me, so let's nerd out on this very quickly. Body lines. Very similar to the Mark 7. I don't say it's a facelift, but you can see where that family line continues on. And that's something that I didn't expect so much based on the photos on the internet. Everyone talks about the front headlights and they can't get used to it. Honestly, they look great. One thing on this that we won't get is the LED fanciest taillights. We'll still get LEDs, but American regulations. But apart from that, pretty much everything on this is probably going to be announced later on this year for the USA market, except this is a DSG. And the USA is going to get a stick. 6-speed manual available probably from launch. But again, Volkswagen of America will have a proper big announcement about that. I'm not here to share spoilers on that. We're just here to get a chance to look at a German market car that, again, is available in Germany to buy today. So this isn't really a sneak peek, but it is the first time that I get to actually see, touch, and behold the Mark 8 GTI. Digital cockpit looks amazing. Something you may have seen from the ID4 video that we made a couple of months ago, the switching over here for the defrost, front fog lights. It's now these little haptic buttons there. And that seems really cool. And again, haptic on the steering wheel. So there are some changes there. Are they groundbreaking? No, I think it's taking everything that was amazing about the Mark 7. And genuinely, I believe the Mark 7.5 GTI was a absolute top level car. Absolute. You know, I'm a Volkswagen apologist. I absolutely bleed Volkswagen blue, but I really do think it was a phenomenal car, and this car has taken that and stepped it up. The seats are a big jump, a big jump, in fact. They really have upped it. Digital cockpit, we saw that in the Mark 7 Jetta. Otherwise, I dig it. There really isn't a bad body line. Of course, can we go a little wider on the wheels? Can we go a little bit lower, etc.? Of course, fine. To me, first in-person impressions, I dig it. I didn't come in with that judgment made. It's once I get to see it and walk around it. There's a little bit almost of a drop-in slope there that I'm not quite used to yet. I think, again, once we see them, well, if the Golf R teasers are what the Golf R is going to be, then I think it's great. With it next to the European S3, the door handles look a teeny little bit boring, but it's also at a much lower price point. Engine, EA888, all the goodies that worked on the previous one will probably work. Will be a generational jump for that. That's great. Wheels are fine. Are they directional, Ralph? No, they're not directional. That's it. I don't know any manufacturer recently that has directional wheels at this price point. But one day someone's going to do it, and I'm going to celebrate and rejoice. Otherwise, yeah, this is my first chance to look at a Mark 8 GTI. I have to give a big thanks to everybody that made this possible, not least FCP Euro for, well, lending us their really sensational workshop and studio for a couple of hours. I'm ready for the Mark 8. What we are hearing is later on in the year we'll have full proper announcements, and by the end of the year, Q4 perhaps, is when we will have the proper available to purchase manual or DSG. But in the meantime, very quickly before I say goodbye, there is a 2021, and yes, it is not a 2020, it's a 2021 GTI. This is the Autobahn. I was a big fan of the GTI edition. I know all the special parts that went into that. This is also a 2021. These are available right now. VMAX spoiler, gloss black mirror caps, fancy wheels with the red ring, which makes me very happy, and factory standard summer tires. So please, if you're buying one in Connecticut, where FCP Euro are based, or even Pennsylvania, maybe consider getting a set of wheels with all season, or even better, winters, and keep these for your canyon carving in the summer. For now though, thank you for joining me. This has been overwhelming today. My dream Mark III base model, what are we calling it? Poverty spec, beep box, if I beep out the swear word, to die for. Just in love with that. And the brand new bicycle. And then, oh, what was it? Oh yeah, new parts, new partnership, big thank you, massive excitement and gratefulness. I cannot wait to see what FCP Euro and myself can come up with, and just how much further we can get my projects going with those right parts. Really grateful about that. And then yes, my first touch of a Mark 8 GTI. But for now, wash your hands, wash your cars, and take care. Goodbye.